You're the gardener, and I'm so excited. My seedlings are starting to come up. I've been checking them probably 2 or 3 times a day since the day I sowed them. There aren't many popping up. The brassicas are. They seem to be really racing ahead. There's no sign of any tomatoes as yet, but there's okra. He's shown his face. And that would seem it, but it's still exciting, and as I've got surprises to unfold every day as I check. I love this part of spring. There's so much hope and expectation. Each one of these little seedlings holds the hope of the entire season. It is going to grow big, strong, tall, and have an abundant harvest, and it's just going to be fabulous because I said so. Besides, last summer was a bit nyeh, so we're due a good one. But what I'm in here today for is not to just to admire my seedlings, although I could do that for hours. No, I'm going to sow more seeds. More? I know. I'm going to sow some flower seeds because I'm having a bit of a journey with cut flowers. This is my 3rd season attempting it. The first one we won't even talk about because that was completely a write-off. Last year wasn't too bad. I managed to get some flowers to cut. And this year I'm going to, up my game a little and just actually get some inside the house this time. Don't get me wrong, I love flowers. They're a bit flibbity-gibbet. They are very high maintenance. They might look beautiful and be all pretty, but they take a lot more care than the more solid, reliable vegetables. Vegetables are actually really easy to look after compared to flowers. But don't get me wrong, I do love the flowers, and it's also doing their bit for the bees. And you've got to admit, the bees need all the help they can get in this day and age. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to take part in this wonderful thing we have here called Plan B, where I've been sent these wonderful flowers. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to sow them in my garden and then register my garden so that I can, it's got a little QR code on the back, so that I can be part of a map of bee-friendly gardens in New Zealand, which is really exciting. So it does say just sprinkle them on the ground. They'll apparently grow quite easily from there, but I don't really know where I'm going to put them. So I'll sow them in containers now, in a seed tray now, and then I've got a few weeks up my sleeve to make my mind up where they're going to go. So I'm really excited to have these in my garden and bring bees, because I mean without bees half these vegetables wouldn't be in existence because we need them to pollinate. So I'm taking part in this, and the other thing I've also done is I've joined in a census of bees. So just for 2 minutes I needed to just stare at a plant and see how many pollinators were on it. Which was quite cool. I had a broccoli that went to seed, and the bees are loving it. So I'm glad I left it there because it's a beautiful pop of yellow in the garden, and the bees just all over. Well, there wasn't all the bees. There were, in my 2 minutes, there were 2 honeybees and a drone fly. So it was really good to see because I've given them at least something to eat. So I'm going to get on with sowing my flowers for this season. So I have a beautiful flower garden and these wonderful wildflowers. So I'm going to sow my wildflowers into these biscuit containers that I've salvaged and put holes in the bottom. It kind of makes sense to put wildflowers in something that's been upcycled and recycled. Just feels right. It doesn't actually say on the packet what the flowers are, but just looking at it, looks like there's maybe some Queen Anne's lace, maybe some poppies, cornflower. I'm not sure what else. I don't really know my flowers very well. Maybe you could recognise something there. But I shall give it a go. Pop it in. When you're used to vegetable seeds, flower seeds always look a little weird. Alright, they're quite big, so I'll give them a bit of space. Now, wow. It says only lightly cover newly sown seeds. So here we go. I think we can safely say that's lightly covered. Right, here we go. Look at me. Be friendly. Be friendly. I'm very friendly. Right, just push those big ones down. Right, label. Always, always, always label. Be friendly. Give them a good mist. Just to settle the soil. And there you have it. The bees are gonna love me. So I can't wait to show you what it's gonna look like. Can't wait to show you where it's gonna be. Can't wait to find out myself where it's gonna be. Right. Now I've got a load of other flower seeds as well to sow for my garden, but I won't bore you with that because it's the same as what I've just done here. I should really go out into the garden and do a bit of digging and weeding and getting ready for the season, but it is very windy out there and the temperature is dropping rapidly. I think we're in for a storm, which no one likes to be working in a storm. So I shall stay here in the warm and the dry, and maybe next week the weather will be better for me to dig. Digging's not really, I mean, I'll do it, but it's not my favourite thing. So thanks for stopping by. Come again soon. You might see some digging action, maybe. In the meantime, subscribe if you want to keep up to date with what's going on in my garden, and take care. See you later.